This is a very entertaining movie, and it tricked me. It's probably not going to trick you. It's probably just entertaining. 1989's Sorority Pink. How's everyone doing? I'm Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films, Sorority Pink. I cut this whole movie thinking, man, this is like a Jim Holliday movie. I get to the very end. Let me see that. Fraternity and Sorority Technical Advisor, Jim Holliday. I didn't see that while I was editing it, but at the very end, I noticed it, and I was like, I knew it. I knew he had something to do with this. It has all the hallmarks of a Jim Holliday movie. It's packed with celebrities. Even the small roles, even the cameos are celebrities. Wordy, so much dialogue that's very intelligent and dark, kind of an edgelord. Now that sounds a lot like more sorority stewardesses. Then I start writing the script last night. Turns out the Amanda Hunter who wrote and directed this movie is Jim Holliday. Not just that weird technical advisor on the end credits. He wrote and directed this movie. I was right the whole time. Always follow your instincts. I knew it. Kind of funny because I'm working on a Jim Holliday movie right now. Return of the Cheerleader Nurses. So a Jim Holliday movie cut in front of a Jim Holliday movie. How many times have I said his name so far? This is also a Pink Ladies Social Club movie. Do you know who they are? A bunch of empowered women that want respect. Jenna Fine, Angel Kelly, Nina Hartley, Porsche Lynn. Those four ladies started the Pink Ladies. And all four are in this movie, along with a bazillion other stars. Remember Dave Attell had that adult film show? It was called Dave's Old P Word. Well, it's
called Sorority Pink.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was on season 1, episode 4. For you guys, I just bought it. $2.19. Oh! Peace Lover and Kevin Cook. That's right, baby. 2 people, 2 donations. Thank you so much to both of you. That is awesome. I've had the worst week, and that really made me actually make this video. And you just bankrolled some research. So Sorority Pink was on that episode. That episode was Bill Burr, Nina Hartley. Very little on the Sorority Pink, but it was in there. It was a mention. Boy, was it not funny. What a misfire. I swear, if they'd have just had one writer, that could have been a hit show. Anyways, this movie is PG. We have 4 soft swears. 2 of them are Hell Week, though. We talk about sororities. But even without the 2 Hell Weeks, we still have 2 soft swears and 2 innuendos. They're not bad. 17 and a half minutes. The original is 82. Let's watch Sorority Pink.
This is a Cal Vista presentation.
Dr. Cantrell, I really like these outdoor classes that you do for us.
Well, that's why we have smaller classes here at Lost River College, so we can concentrate more on learning. Miss Boudreau, tell us your favorite authors.
Well, you know me. I've always been partial to my home state of Mississippi, so I would have to say probably Miss Eudora Welty and Mr. William Faulkner. But, of course, my favorite is Flannery O'Connor. Particularly a good man is hard to find.
In your case, don't you mean a hard man is good to find?
Joe Wolf, shut your smart-ass mouth. You make me sick.
Today's assignment was A Season in Hell by Arthur Rimbaud. Now, Miss Parrish, would you please give us your assessment of this book?
Well, I would like to, Dr. Cantrell, but I went to the school bookstore and they only had it in French, and I don't speak any French at all, so I couldn't do it.
Young lady, there is such a thing as a college library. It's very well known. They have usually over 200,000 books on hand, and I personally see to it that at least 2 copies of my assigned readings are there. Use your head. How about some initiative, too? Don't let it happen again, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I won't. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Mr. Wolf, how about fill us in on this book?
Well, Dr. Cantrell, I gotta tell you, I got caught between a rock and a hard place. I read the introduction. I know he was a brilliant poet.
That's it. Class is over. Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, next session. No excuses. Mr. Wolf, you're a senior. What are you doing taking a freshman course?
Well, I'm taking it pass-fail, and I don't intend to fail. I need some courses other than business and government, and Easy Ed suggested that I take this course since he is my faculty advisor.
Easy Ed. Easy Ed does not have both oars in the water. Now, you better pull yourself together and not behave like those other frat brats that he sends me.
Your mama does squat jumps on fire plugs. Hit the bricks, honey!
You made a major mistake by talking back to them.
Those boys are so rude, and their language is so crude. Do you know them?
Well, yeah, they're the Animal House, and it's my fraternity. Just don't pay them any mind. Don't let it bother you.
California is really strange. I spent my whole life on a small farm.
Really? Where you from?
Osborne County, Kansas.
Oz, no shit.
I don't understand why people say that. There really is a place called Osborne County.
Dr. Cantrell calls you Miss Parrish. You got a name?
Miranda.
Miranda. Well, listen, Miranda, if you don't mind my curiosity, Lost River's an expensive and exclusive college. What's a sweet, naive farm girl like you doing here?
Well, it's really kind of weird. I got straight A's all through high school, but I had to help Mama on the farm. It's just the 2 of us. But then this group of ladies on a grange in Minnesota gave Mama $100,000 so I could go through sorority rush. I don't know anything about sororities.
Yeah. Well, let me fill you in. As bad as we are, drunks and animals and obnoxious assholes, the Animal House is still number 1. Other fraternities are known as dainty, lamb chops, geeks, wireheads, dopers. And with sororities, you got your mules, crappers, airhead, beat chicks, and yuppies. Yuppies are what the losers call Upsilon Sigma because they are anything but yuppies. That's the only place to rush.
Is that who I think it is? Isn't her picture always on the sports page?
That's Leanne Swanson. She's a grad student now with about a year of eligibility left. In basketball, they call her Leanne the Legs. In volleyball, they call her Thunder Thor. In swimming, they call her the Swanson Swan.
Hey, Wolf. Are your brothers at it again? You better tell them to cut it out. Did they bother you?
Yeah, they were pretty crude.
Lynn, this is Miranda from Kansas. She was asking about Rush.
Hi, Miranda.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Well, Rush starts next week. Be sure to stop by our house. Wolf can tell you all about us. He is one of the few non-buttheads in the animal house. Nice to meet you, Miranda.
Do you like steak and seafood?
Sure.
Well, I know you found out that the dorm food sucks. And I know this great little restaurant. It juts out in the Pacific. The nighttime view is awesome. And the food is fantastic.
Hi. Hi there. She's from New York. Ellison is our social chairman. Pleasure to meet you. What do you think of our place? It's great. Out of place? Are you kidding me?
She's a lot older than the rest.
Yeah, but 75 years younger than her peers.
Really? That's TC, Twyla Chandler, or Proctor. Proctor? Yeah, she's a house mother. You know, she's cool. She parties with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Why TC? Because of her initials?
Oh, kind of like Top Cat or Top Gun. You know, something like that.
May I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
How come all the other houses have composites, panels, and trophies decorated throughout their house? I mean, I don't see this tradition here.
Have you talked to any of the other Rushies?
Yes. I mean, all they say is that everybody wants to join this house in the worst way.
Well, first off, we only have 7 chapters here. Not no 80 or 100 or anything like that. And tradition, we have our own tradition. And here being in the sisterhood is far more important than any of those other fancy clubs. We don't need none of it.
God, this place is great. I'd love to join.
Well, membership bids won't be extended by any of the sororities till the end of the week.
Wait. I hear you guys still have Hell Week around here. All these other girls, they got a work week, a study week.
Well, we're basically non-secret, and we do have a Hell Week. But what the other sororities tell the administration differs from what goes on behind closed doors.
I hear people get killed around here with that Hell Week hazing.
Only if people are foolish.
Hey, girls. We're not like those other sororities. We party, and anybody that doesn't like Bob Seger's music can hit the road right now.
Yeah!
Can anybody open a bottle with their mouth?
Can anybody open a bottle with something other than their mouth?
They can join. No problem.
Right away, I say.
Well, how come you don't have any pledge pins?
From one Cajun to another, darling. They don't go for none of that fancy shit. This place is different. It's special. In fact, I gave up being Miss Mississippi to come here. I could have been that. Excuse me? Well, I could have been. All the pageant folk told me so.
Yes.
Girl, please, y'all make me sick.
Hot air. Oh, come on.
Oh, stop. It's true.
Get your cab home, honey.
I gave up Miss Mississippi to come here. So who needs pledge pins anyway? No, that's what I say.
All right, pledges, line up. Keep it sharp, eyes front, stand at attention. Welcome to your first lineup. This will not be your last. But first, I want to sincerely congratulate all of you for being selected worthy of membership in our sorority. As you know, this is just your first step. At your first meeting, you learned that I was your pledge trainer. Now, don't make me look bad. You were given some material to study. Sarah Jane, why don't you show them how it works?
Sure. You are Lisa Steinberg, first-year student from New York City majoring in theater arts. You are Arlie A. Bear, first-year major in art, and you're from Waycross, Georgia. Ooh, girl, I heard the dumbest people in the world are from Georgia.
But...
Shut up, pledge. You are Dee Kincaid from Ashland, Oregon, first-year major in history. And you are Miranda Parrish from Osborne County, Kansas, first-year major, undecided. Girl, hurry up and make up your mind.
All right, you guys, you better be more prepared. Your next order of business is to pick a new big sister by the middle of next week.
Hey, brother, look what I got here. Two of Youp Sig's finest. Can you join us?
Oh, no thanks. I got some real hard studying to do for Dr. Cantrell's class. Isn't that right, Miss Boudreaux?
Toad on, Wolf. You mean you're gonna actually do your reading assignment? I don't believe that.
Of course not. I said I had some studying to do. See y'all later.
And I don't want to contradict fellow faculty members, but Miss Martin's point about Huckleberry Finn deserves comment. Dr. Finch is making a very dangerous case if what you tell me he said is true. Now, when Jim refers to Huck as honey, it is most definitely not the homosexual overtones of an older man to a younger boy with a racial connotation thrown in. Mark Twain had his characters speak in the appropriate dialect of the time, so the line, "Climb on the raft, Huck honey," is not a homosexual advance. Translated from Twain's time to ours, it would simply mean something like, "Hey man, you best be getting on the boat." Class is dismissed. Class is dismissed, Mr. Wolf. You stay. I'd like for you to meet me in my office in 10 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
You've earned your passing grade, but just barely. And I've checked your records, and I find out that you're a 3.3 honors student in government. Why didn't you come to class last week?
I was in jail.
You were in jail? That's incredulous. For what?
It's kind of a funny story, really. A bunch of us were out on the fourth floor roof. You know, the one that overlooks the street. And, well, we're out there drinking a few beers, getting a little toasted, and it was Zeke, Carp, Melonhead, and Tank Toad, and a couple other people. Well, anyway, we're out there, and it was real hot, and we were getting kind of drunk. Someone noticed a meter maid was down on the street ticking at all the cars in front of the house. So, we got real pissed off about that, and a couple of boys decided to relieve themselves and rain down on the meter maid. Well, she liked the shit. She liked the shit, man. She lit out real quick, started running down the street screaming. About 5 minutes later, this Barney Fife guy comes out with his gun drawn and says, "Y'all under arrest." Well, Zeke's the quarterback. Ain't nobody gonna hassle him. And, I don't know, Toad's on probation and Melonhead's hanging by a thread. My record was pretty clean, so Carp, Zeke, and I confessed and were obliged to spend 2 days in the county jail, pay a $200 fine, you know, fraternal brotherhood and all that. I really hated missing your class.
All right, ladies, the reason that we called you here is because we wanted to let you know that you finished your pledgeship requirements. Now the time has come for Hell Week. There's no turning back now. US is run by a council, as you know, and the president is always there, who just happens to be our secret sister, Dr. Lydia Cantrell.
Well, ladies, welcome to Hell Week.
So what'd you think about that? Tritones, do you like that? Man, there's a lot of good music in this. And Sharon Kane, who's in this movie, sang the theme song with the tritones. Tom Byron, Megan Leigh, those are our leads, so to speak, male-female leads. A lot of people are in this. Some really didn't make the cut. Actually, I think Joey Silvera's in this movie, but you did not see him. I think everybody else at least has a little bit, like John Doe, he's in at the very end. A lot of the girls, too, you can kind of see them in the background. If you go watch the original producer's cut of this, not the Squeaky Clean Adult Film version of this, a lot of stars. I love Tom Byron, one of my all-time favorites. In my all-time favorite, he was Private Teacher, my favorite movie as a kid, yada yada. I've said that so many times. We just saw him in Up and Coming. Pops up all the time. He's been in almost 2,000 movies. What is the actual 1,832 movies? He just started a podcast. That Dude Podcast. That's what it's called. That Dude Podcast. I am going to link in the bottom of it. What do we got? Oh, you want to see something cool?
Hey, this is Tom Byron, Golden Age adult star and host of That Dude Podcast. I just love watching Squeaky Clean Adult Films.
Bam! Isn't that awesome? Patrick Palmer coming in clutch. Oh, you know what's crazy? Tom Byron was in Up and Coming, and Up and Coming was the first adult film that Jim Holliday ever worked on. And mess up from this guy, I just saw the script. I just saw the script for Up and Coming, and it was a request by Patrick Palmer, and I did not say that on the video. Patrick Palmer, such a good guy, always trying to help out us, our stupid shadow band project, and I do a request for him, and I don't even say it, so I'm so sorry. Up and Coming, I gotta get a new request from Patrick Palmer. Maybe I should get like 5 or 6. I owe that guy. But Tom Byron was also in Up and Coming. So that's 3. We got Patrick Palmer, Jim Holliday, Tom Byron. Check out That Dude Podcast. And Megan Leigh's awesome. I think we've done Switch Hitters 2 is the only thing we've ever done from her. The Last Condom by Anthony Spinelli. I'm going to have to re-edit that. That was one of like the 20 movies. Literally, we probably had between 15 and 20 movies half done when the Mac died like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't like to talk about it. Bring it up every once in a while. But that was one of our fallen soldiers. So was Hot Lunch. 2 of our fallen movies came up when I was writing this script. But I digress. We just saw Britt Morgan in The Pillow Band, Taboo 6, Nightmare on P Street. Britt was one of the older sisters, or the ones that are already in there. I don't know what they're called. Not the pledges, the ones that are already there. Sharon Kane, who sang our song, was the teacher. I think she was a doctor teacher. And she was in Hot Lunch. And Pretty Peaches, and Never Sleep Alone, and Firestorm. I saw just about an hour ago that she's from Canton, Ohio. I played indoor soccer growing up in Canton, Ohio. I lived on the border of Michigan and Ohio. And God, there's so many more. I gotta stop talking about indoor soccer. Yeah, we're talking about Sharon Kane here. I could just keep going. She was on the Dare to Speak with Barbara Dare, that pilot episode that never got picked up. She was one of the guests on the pilot with Barbara Dare, who's in this movie. In fact, we have 2 horror film starlets that are in this movie, because Barbara Dare was in Fred Olen Ray's Evil Toons, and one of my favorite adult films, which we have done, Double Dare. But also, we got Jenna Fine in the house, and Jenna Fine was in Hack-O-Lantern. I love it. We have the horror films and the adult films crossover. Portia Lynn and Angel Kelly were both in Black Taboo 2, the FM Bradley one that we did, not the other Black Taboo 2. They were both in Black Taboo 2, and they're both in this movie. I love Portia Lynn. Night of the Living Debbies. We're working on it right now. That would be the 5th installment of the Debbie Does Dishes series. And boy, Bob Seger from Ann Arbor, Michigan, my hometown. She is just a glorified 80s, this is 1989, rocker chick. I love it. Angel Kelly, Sins of the Wealthy 2, which we have done, and Debbie Does Dishes 3, which we have done. Keisha, one of our co-workers, saw this and doesn't know much about adult films at all. There's no way that's an adult film star. And then I proved to him that she is. She is in this movie. She's been in so many cool things, but nothing compares to being the lead of Pretty Peaches 3. The intense, almost in every single frame, 35 millimeter vinegar syndrome, Pretty Peaches 3. Oh, who else? Did I say John Doe already? John Doe's at the very end. He made the cut. He just squeaked in. Tiana, Bianca, Chrissy Snow, Trinity Loren. That might be everyone. I don't know. Did I do enough shout outs? I loved this movie. It's a talkie. Very Jim Holliday. I pretty much don't have a job, and I don't have a car, and I don't have a life. And we paid Rooster the Goat to come to Flagstaff, and we shot a bunch of stuff for our new movie. And on the last day, my tripod broke, which this is a brand new one, and I hope it's doing okay. It's not good. And then my car broke. After I broke my tripod, I'm driving home like, man, I wish my tripod wasn't broken. And my car busted something, $1,200 to fix. I've had no car all week. I've been walking into town with 2 tool bags and a rake and a leaf blower. Thank God my friend Colton gave me a bike for the last 2 days. Anyways, you guys don't care about this. My life is going to shambles. And do I look weird? Because I lost 26 pounds in the last 5 weeks. Go back like a month, 2 months. Go back 2 months and look at me weighing 206 pounds. And then look at me standing right here weighing 181 pounds. I'm getting a bunch of scans and blood work and a bunch of crap. And I'm still trying to get unshadow banned. YouTube has left me on hold for like 10 days. I have a case ID number and no response. So, in recap, I spent all my money on a celebrity cameo. I break my gear and my car breaks. I'm super stressed out because something's wrong with me, and now I can't work, and my boss is super mad at me. So because I'm stubborn and I proved to him that I can still do these jobs, I walk into Flagstaff. The other day, I walked for 4.5 hours. It took me 2 hours and 6 minutes to get to a job to go make like $50, and then walk home for 2 hours and 6 minutes. Why am I saying all of this? Thank you for watching. Don't subscribe, don't like, don't share, just watch. I'm getting sick of that dumb shit. I'll see you soon.